or live, it says. So I think I'm good. I believe I might be good. Oh, sorry. It is what they call an NTI day for my kids. So it's a snow day where they still have to go to school. Um, but they just have to go to school at work where I'm at. I wish kids could just have snow days, but I've been like, jumping back and forth trying to help them, and yeah, it's a little bit chaotic. So I apologize. We are going to be interrupted a lot today. Ugh. So how is everyone on this fine Tuesday morning? It's a little cold here. Tarot project, yes. Um, I have decided to do some world building for a different project that I'm working on. Um, under a uh, pseudonym, a pen name. Um, but to sort of stack it with what I'm doing publicly under my name, I'm doing some of the world building for that as a tarot project. So this way I can do the world building in a public friendly way that gives me prints that I can sell while I'm building the deck or illustrating the deck. And once I'm done with everything, which will take years, but once I'm done with everything, I'll have a deck that I can sell in addition to many illustrations that are all thematically tied together. So it's a way for me to stack what I'm working on in other areas with what I want to work on publicly. And my wife, this past weekend, is officially done with the bulk of her education. Like, she has one more big test to do, but other than that, she's done with the late study nights. She's done with the weekend clinicals and practicum and voluntary observation hours. All of the extra stuff is done, so she's essentially done with school, which means I finally have time to work on my career again. I'm not a single dad anymore. No, I got this little. I have this random reminder app that just like sends me motivation every now and then, and I guess it just assumes I'm a woman. Sorry, no time for that. But it assumes that I'm a woman, and it sent me a reminder a little while back that said you're more than just a mom. I'm like, I know I'm more than just a mom.
I want to do Lexia.
Okay, then don't do Lexia anymore, sweetie.
I can do Epic. It's where you can read.
Okay. You work on whatever you want, sweetie. Cool. So today I'm gonna warm up and start talking about the Fool, and we're gonna do some like thumbnails for the Fool, and yeah. But for now, I'm doing some gestures to warm up, and we'll take it from there. Got to get my gesture drawing app pulled up. Sorry, it's a slow start today. It's been a chaotic morning. I had to go out and get the snow swept off of all of the vehicles and dig my way out of the driveway and then drive out of the valley that we live in. Like, the kids were freaking out. They're like, we're gonna get stuck on the hill. I'm like, we're not gonna get stuck on the hill. And then we got stuck on the hill for a little bit, but I got unstuck from the hill. I was like, trust me, I got this. But yeah. Yeah, I'm a little scattered this morning because I've got 3 kids with me. Something happened with Epic.
Yeah, it won't let me on the read-ins.
I'm not sure. Ask a grown up for help. I'm a grown up.
Ask a grown-up.
Can teacher me? Oh, I have to.
School.
I see.
Dad, I want a peanut box.
Afternoon.
My arm is itchy right here.
You've got your library specials today. Baby, I'm not really sure. Let's go to the first grade. This stuff.
Oreo.
This stuff is just, I don't know.
I want Epic.
I don't know how to get you logged into Epic. That's not what we need.
Ask a grown-up for help.
Log in with class code. Let's try that. Hey, Miss Stamper's class. There you go, Aria J.
And you hit that.
School. There you go. You're logged into Epic. Go read.
Kitchen Ninja.
Kitchen Ninja. That sounds fun. Cat Ninja. Are you logged in, dude? I think both of your classes start at 10, so you're like way early. But that's okay. You guys just learn your little hearts out. Not watch YouTube on your Switch.
What?
I said you should learn your little hearts out, not watch YouTube on your Switch. Oh, it's going to be one of those days. Oh no. The music quit. It's the second time it's done that.
Don't hit.
What is going on? Okay, we've got music back. I'm sorry. What is happening? Where am I? What's going on? Gestures. That's right. Let's get gesture drawing pulled up. So, gesture drawing with an exclamation point. Coolest app ever. Ugh. Video. It's actually very toasty in this tattoo studio right now. Select folder. I want models clothed in at least their underwear because I'm streaming on YouTube. Maybe if I went and put up a Picardo TV one, we could do something a little different, but we're not doing Picardo today. This is, again, public facing friendly. 2-minute poses. Let's draw. Let's move this to my other monitor so I can see. Actually, oh, it's a thing I can do. Wasn't even thinking about that. I can move OBS over here too and see everything that's going on. Gesture drawing. I'm gonna hide gesture drawing. Properties for gesture drawing. Window capture. Gesture drawing. How many times can I say gesture drawing? Gesture drawing. Gesture drawing. Yay! All right. Here we go. Making progress. Oh, that is perfect. I can see everything. All right. Focus on gesture drawing. Whoa! Whoa! What just happened? Okay. Okay. Sorry. Things on my external monitor just went wow, all crazy like whenever I hit a button. It's because the resolution of that external monitor is much lower than the resolution of my MacBook screen. Okay, we have music still. But it gets confused a little bit. It gets confused a little bit whenever I The knee is actually like out in front of the toes. So I did the foot way too big. There we go. Foot going back. Okay. It froze. Things getting stretched. Got the shoulder coming up. Looking for that triangle. Thinking about that shoulder blades. So the shoulder blade elevates the scapula. It elevates whenever your arm goes above 90 degrees. Same for your collarbones. So that's why you get that phenomenon. She is a very fit model. So I'm actually sketching today with a different brush than I usually use. Interesting. So this is more of an S-shaped torso. Damn it. Already gotta get in here and start booting people. Best viewers. Drop the band hammer. Alright. One message was removed. Yes, we do have a German Shepherd, don't we? No, they're not. German Shepherds are awesome. They are not mean. We have a German Shepherd who is nice. Yes, they do protect. Milk is in the fridge. Where else would the milk be? Oh, the timer ran out and it didn't switch. I don't know how long I've been drawing on that gesture. I'm just saying, it feels like it's really taking its time there. Ooh, tricky one.
Great authority.
Yes, son. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I do not control what they do for school. Yeah, German Shepherds are very good service dogs. Well, that is just a big foot. And I'm going to skip the big foot.
Hit it.
All right. So I am going to take a super quick break, go refill my coffee, and I will be back. We will do some more. I want to fill up this page of gestures, and then I will actually get into the thumbnailing stage of the full. Well, yeah, I think it will. I want to try doing something different because, like I said, this is sort of part of a, not sort of, this is part of a world building project. So I'm going to be using one of my, well, I'll be developing an OC for this for this card. I'm developing an OC for this card, and I'll have it. Actually, I don't know. Today's a brainstorming day, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I am gonna switch over to this "Be Right Back" screen and mute it so that you don't hear my kids running and screaming in the background. So, be back shortly. And I'm back, and my kids are being very loud, so I'm gonna mute just to ask them to not be so loud. Be right back. All right, let us get back to drawing. I'm actually gonna try drawing a little smaller to see if that helps with what I'm trying to accomplish. Brain no worky. Yeah, she's just
She's
playing.
on.
Yeah, but you're running and screaming in the background. So if Bubby wants to try and help Harper sit down and be quiet, I am fine with that. Because, Sissy, you're not helping.
Here's a trick. By doing this, you needed it again. Remember I did this? There you go, Harper. All better.
That is correct, son. They are not supposed to be running.
What are you making?
I am just drawing people.
You. By the boot butt.
That's just the pose he's in, baby. Okay, get your in my space. Back away, children's. You're just gonna do your learning. Good. For some reason, my Apple Pencil quit working. Moment. So it's really interesting and worth pointing out. So typically with the glutes, they follow the curvature of like whatever direction the leg is going in. So if the leg is coming towards you, the glute will wrap, and then there's usually an opposing rhythm because the other leg is usually going away. So this is the way the glutes usually form, or it's the way you usually get the gesture of the glutes. For some reason on this model it was the opposite. An anomaly. That's a really interesting one. And I don't remember the rest of the gesture. Now this one is, I've been playing too long on a different gesture. So, skip it. That works. Please stop. 1 second. 1 second. Just gonna take a sip of that coffee right there, and yeah. All right. I'm just restarting the timer. It's so for this, I am actually exaggerating the gesture a little bit because she's leaning forward a little bit more than feels natural to draw. So I am giving her a little bit of an exaggerated pose that I feel is a little more representative of the feeling I get from that gesture. Did you guys break something? So yes, you guys broke something. That is not okay. You do?
It's really hard.
Yeah?
It's not yours.
Yeah, don't break any more things, please.
Time to.
When is it time to?
When is it time to get on my computer and log in for my friends?
I am not sure. Apparently 10.
Like what? That's mine.
You're using yours, dude. This is going to be the last gesture. Let me restart the gesture. Boom. Find a place to put it. Sure. Phone is ringing. I'll be right back. All right, spam caller, of course. All right, let's go back and continue what we were doing. So, another interesting piece of anatomy knowledge is that sorry, my brain is, like I said, scattered today. So the breasts follow the tilt of the collarbones. So if you lift a collarbone, it will slightly, since it rests on the pectoralis, it will slightly lift the breast. And I've seen some teachers actually try to contradict that. Even some teachers I respect have tried to contradict that. But it just doesn't hold up. It does not hold up. Stop wrestling. Just stop wrestling. It's all right. Oh gosh. Okay, guys. I am not printing a coloring page right now. I'm not sure how productive I'm going to be able to be today. What? No, I don't want you turning on the TV. It's going to be too loud. Save me. Please save me. Alright, I am going to pause gesture drawing and turn that off. Oh, it was supposed to fade out. I thought I had everything set up to like fade and do nice transitions. I was incorrect. Oh, that was loud. Alright. So, this lovely book by 3D Total Publishing is really freaking cool. I also have some PDFs of like tarot history and all of that fun jazz. So I am going to talk about a little bit. What are you doing? I am not making you a peanut butter and chocolate sandwich until I'm done with my stream. And then I will make you a peanut butter Nutella sandwich. to get Muscle Puppies your YouTube account. Give me a moment.
Oh, I know.
No, give me the remote. Here, I'm gonna turn it up. Turn it up a little. That's a little too loud. All right, we're gonna try this. We've got some other YouTube channels going on in the background. So, The Fool. Let us research The Fool according to the Artist's Guide for Tarot. So, typically represents journey, birth, and descent. Common motifs include like a very naive character. In my case, I'm up in the air on two possibilities. So the first possibility is one of the children from the story embarking on like a solo journey. And the other possibility is a very naive sort of spirit with a broken mask. The animal, which is also very common, a common motif in the Fool cards, is there's usually a small animal like trying to steer the main character away from danger. I think the animal that I'm going to include in this is going to be with like a bobtail cat, very fat bobtail cat, small, with whatever character I decide to use. And since the animal character in with the main character is going to be sort of childish, I think I'm going to also stick with the kid as the main character here, maybe holding something that has been broken but not a mask. So yes, I have bread, and I will make that for you when I'm done with my stream. You are not going to do it, because you will make a mess instead of a sandwich. Okay. It is going to take forever. It's going to take quite a while, actually. And I'm not that sorry. Okay. So. I'm gonna stick with a kid, so child, I think. So I'm just gonna write some notes. Too bold. So, child, cat. Bobtail. Broken something. What should be broken? I don't know. So, setting wise for this world building project and the tarot project, it's going to be, I think, Diesel Punk Fantasy. I think, sorry, one second. I have to cough. Diesel Punk Fantasy, sort of like Final Fantasy VII. Actually, many of the Final Fantasy games are all very Diesel Punk Fantasy. So you've got magic and cool looking, mostly modern technology, even some futuristic technology. It's like steampunk, diesel punk, future punk. Not necessarily cyberpunk, but future punk fantasy. Techno punk. Yeah. There's just fantasy elements and cool tech elements. But in the Final Fantasy franchise anyway, magic usually in some way powers the technology. I think that makes a lot of sense. So yeah. So broken what? What should I break? I'm just gonna put a question mark. Broken. Bleh. Common motifs include mountains and cliffs. So the character is usually about to step off of a cliff in many cases. The fool is just a naive, inexperienced person embarking on a journey. Yeah. What else do we got? Guide dog or fox? Yeah, I'm doing a different one. One second. All right. So mountains and cliffs. White rose is a common motif, as are butterflies, flowers. All right. Oh gosh. Yeah. So child, fat cat with a bobtail, broken something in the hand. I think I'm gonna skip the white rose, or the roses and flowers. Maybe have some nature elements. Kind of want like the hint of what could be an airship in the background, just to establish that this is something that does occur in this world. So airship, silhouette with a lot of atmosphere. And that should do the trick, I think. Alright. So that means I need to do... Let's make a list. I need costume design. Well, costume and character design here. I need to research a bit of cat anatomy, not too much. Or get references from my wife's cat at home. I'm doing the fat cat in homage to her favoriteest cat in the whole wide world. What should be broken? I still want some feedback there, so I'm doing a tarot card with a naive child setting out on a journey holding something broken. What should be broken here? I'm going to look at some of the other interesting motifs. Kind of want it to be something crystal-ish. So what's a crystalline breakable object? Ooh. Maybe a broken mirror? Like an old obsidian mirror? That could be fun. Actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with holding a broken mirror. Or some sort of crystal. Mountains and cliffs, that's easy enough, and airship silhouette. So I am basing this world building project off of like some of my favorite properties or fandoms, and Firefly is one of those. So a lot of the character building that I'm doing is based off of Firefly characters, and I really want to take a Firefly Serenity airship and turn it into like a blimp. So that's what I'm gonna try to do here. That's gonna be the main. Sorry, kids getting into things. Be right back. All right. Sorry. So, I need to do at least some silhouette design. So this is like the beginning stages of this actual location design. So airship design. And I'm going to look at stuff from Arcane, Firefly, and Final Fantasy. So between those three properties, I'm sure I can come up with something that looks like basically taking a Firefly class spaceship and sticking a blimp on top of it. Yeah. So this is sort of what I'm thinking at the moment. So I'm going to start sketching a few of these ideas out.
Can you do it again?
Clean up some edges here. That is not cleaned up at all, is it? No, it isn't. It's okay. So, let's say in the background we'll have the hills and all of that. And let's get our foreground darker color. Let's see. So in almost every iteration of this, the Fool is moving towards the towards the background from left, moving right, similar to the direction we read. And let's turn this into something about like that. For the lightest color. Yeah, all right. So, child. I'm not sure what that design is going to look like. This is just composition, thinking about how I would like to proceed. Color. Let's pull in. Cat. So in the thumbnail phase, this is basically what I'm thinking. I use usually 5 values. And this is sort of the range that I'm gonna keep everything in down here. So this is like what let's go to value. So 80% brightness, 65, 49, 50, you know, in that ballpark. 33 and 14. So this stays away from black and away from white and gives me a reserve that I can use for every part. So I'm gonna move that up to 20, give or take. There we go. Let's replace. I did that wrong. 20. Let's activate the history. Yeah, there we go. Boop. There we go. I like to keep it closer to 20% instead of 14. So that just gives me a little bit more reserve on the black edge. Right. So let's get that airship dropped in there, just up in the corner. And another motif is usually the sun. So I am going to get my brightest bright and have that match.
I can't hear anyone.
You can't hear anyone.
No.
Oh, but your class is on. Yay. All right. My son is in his class. Yay. Maybe. Let's see if... Where is your... Miss Stamper's page. Uh-oh, unexpected error. I don't like that. Let's try this. Google Classroom. There you go. Join now. Use microphone and camera. All right. There you go, Miss Grace. All right. My kids are officially set up with their class. Yay! I'm hopeful that this goes well. All right, so, this is a good opportunity to chat about one of my favoriteest things ever, ShotDeck. I am going to visit shotdeck.com. So it's all cinema or cinematography shots, but they're all set up as a searchable library, like they're tagged and everything. So with those tags, you can search and find really cool shots of whatever you might want. And even though they are all cinematography based, if you're good at sort of translating from horizontal to vertical composition, it's really freaking cool. So all I did was go to ShotDeck and type in Journey, and I got a bunch of really awesome frames from movies. And I'm just going to try to translate a couple of these into different compositions, and we'll see how it goes. So for this one, I'm actually going to Well, no, I'll do the same. Let me turn off alpha lock. And I'll do this a little more carefully this time. So the snapping feature of Procreate plus color drop equals super quick. Quick. Blocking in of shapes and stuff. Alright, so I've got my mid. I'm just gonna go straight for the light. And we'll block in some sky. So this is like a really high horizon line. Go to our mids, and we'll say I want to slip the airship in right in there, give or take. And then I'm going to just block in some other quick and easy shapes in through here. So like a journey into the distance is sort of the idea on this one. But with a really strong foreground frame. And we get a small character silhouette here. And I gotta fit in where the fat cat would be here. But we've got some shapes coming up here. And sort of... Actually, those are kind of interesting. So a lot of these shapes are sort of leading the eye toward the focal point of the character going on the journey. So I really like this composition, actually, more than I expected to. This also solves a problem that I was having. Well, I don't know if it, quote, solves the problem, but it makes part of this process way easier. Well, I guess that's as light as I've got. Yeah, okay. So I would have to use the reserve colors, or values, reserve values, to get the sun in here, unless I wanted to bring some of these mids it's really poorly done, but as a thumbnail it sort of gets the point across anyway. I like the gouache one. We'll keep using it. So that's another way that I could pull the sun into it, and then just remember to use gradients. Ooh, got a nifty looking little balance to it. Kind of like that too. All right, let's pick another frame. So this one would have very little character design to it. Yes.
What she's talking about.
All right, I need to go help my son with some of his schoolwork. I'll be back. All right. I is back. Streaming. I might have chocolate on my face. I don't know if I have chocolate on my face. That's another option. So rather than having a bunch of characters, I can do a close-up. So in theory, that would look like... Let's un-alpha lock it. Let's pick our mid-tone. I like starting from the mid-tone. Same thing as before. Let's just boop, 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 boop. Let it snap. Do it super quick. Some extra on this side. There we go. Alpha lock it again. And let's look at this. So rather than going straight for the brightest value I have for the sky like I did last time, I am going to go for not the brightest. I am going to flip this composition a little bit so we get a little bit of that. Now those are rolling hills there, and I don't want rolling hills. I actually kind of like the idea of some architecture. Which would end up doing something more along those lines. So if we get some architecture way off in the distance, that looks kind of cool, like it's built on rolling hills. And then we can take the brightest one and get our sun and maybe some clouds or whatever else. It doesn't really matter. I can go back to my mid-tone, get my airship put into the sky somewhere back here. Abstract shape. So I've got my huge shapes, some medium shapes in the sky, and some small shapes. Let's go ahead and drop the character in. So if the character is in the extreme foreground... Oh. Hello! Frames are nice. Yeah, they NTI. So I'm actually gonna go brightest tone. Let's make the brush bigger. There we go. So brightest tone. So kids' heads are uncharacteristically large for their bodies. I don't know. And I'm back again. Don't know what I was doing. I'm actually going to undo everything I just did because can't think clearly. All right. I want to move the kid down a little. That way, it's the child will be framed. Kids' heads are also more like 1-to-1 ratio usually. The younger they are, and here we go. That is more kid shaped, I think. It's a full kid looking out into a scene. And I still have plenty of reserve colors here, so we can shapes in the foreground. Well, midground, not foreground, but shapes in the midground that guide the eye. And think about the negative space guiding the eye too. Something kind of like that. Just like, hey, look here. Even pull in some of the darkest. But that doesn't really read as Journey, I don't think. So, super close up, I'm not a fan of.
We can have a mini break.
Okay, enjoy your mini break. Go put your laptop over there, baby. Ooh, that's an idea. Okay, did you close it? Open it back up. Because we need to know when your teacher comes back. Oh God. All right. Okay.
Oh, these learning?
Those learning things again? Yes, dear. Those learning things again.
We have these. I'm gonna put this backward.
All right. So this is an interesting idea. So the frame is two people looking out of a frame into open sky, ocean it looks like. But what if we did something a little different? So I want to paint. What do I want to paint first? What's the best way to do that? So yeah, let's do a looking out onto a landscape. So I'm just gonna block in really quick, like a valley or something. There we go. Looking out into a valley. Heck, we can even have like a river coming in. Just block it in, kind of messy.
Just gonna show them. Then like this.
Looks good to me. A screwdriver? I may. I'm not sure where. Give me just a. Whoa.
And sticker.
Alrighty, I am back. So, sloppy landscape, I'm fine with that. Heck, I could even do like the architecture, doesn't really matter. That is secondary. Move back into the darkest color. Okay, that's good. So we get a frame within a frame. Let's see if, yeah. Ooh, that actually is an idea though. What happens if I take that archway out? Yeah, that works. Boom. So it doesn't end up framing everything perfectly. But it cuts off the edges. Yeah, in the movie still that I'm looking at, it has a character in the foreground. Well, two characters in the foreground. But what I am going to do is like put these bars here. It's like a railing for like a window or something. Okay. This is okay. My son's yelling at his teacher for telling him the wrong time to be in class. All right, so in this case, I am going to do one child. And then bobtail cat. I actually like this one a lot too. But how can we? I don't know. We'll fit other things in as needed, I guess. But we get airship coming into the frame. Trying to decide what's like the most important aspects. Get like the sun, which would give us like some pretty interesting like light play. There you go. Yeah, I could play with that one all day. I kind of like that one. I don't know. So my favorites so far are these two. Maybe I could combine them somehow. Like, I think what I like about these two is the really dark foreground, super high contrast foreground to the background. the frame within a frame on this one is really nice. I like the architecture of that one. So whenever something like this happens, I kind of like to try combining things just to see what happens and if I can work with that. So let's try it. Let's try that. So if I take this one, and my favorite part of this one is like this idea of really big architecture, like towering over things in the background. So bring that down, set it on top of this one. A bit smaller. And we'll take a bright color. So if I do this, I'll have to dig into the reserves, but or just find ways to darken what's there. That could definitely work though. Kind of like where it's headed, even though it's not there. I like where it's headed. Alright, actually I'm gonna take this. Merge them down. Sorry, I have not been checking I have not been checking on the chat, so if you've been talking, I have not been paying attention, and I'm sorry. You still have what? No idea. Check next to the breaker box room behind the screen. Was it there? Haha. Yeah. In a minute, yeah. I don't know if my daughter's doing her schoolwork or not. I'm a bad parent. That kind of works too. 10:36. Oh. Okay, I'm not beautiful. So many interesting ways to depict a journey. From the close-ups to not the close-ups, like is that from Beau is Afraid? I've never heard of that. Lots of stuff from The Last of Us. And The Lord of the Rings, obviously. All of the Lord of the Rings movies are about a big ass journey. What's another keyword I could pop in to get some more interesting results? Sorry. There's a really funny frame from Breaking Bad Season 4. Jesse Pinkman with his face up against the car window glass. So we've got our classic tarot, just replacing the characters with my characters. We've got the more dramatic journey into an unknown land. We've got the close-up over the shoulder. We've got the medium shot over the shoulder, looking into two different scenes. I think the medium shot over the shoulder is going to be the one where I can get the best balance of detail. And I just like the idea of having the cat perched up on the bar. Maybe I could have the cat standing, like balanced on the bar. It's worth looking into. Could definitely push the idea that it's a very fat cat that way too. Then we could do the extreme, like establishing shot that's focused mostly on the scenery with a tiny little person. But I don't think that would be nearly as effective. Ooh. Here's one from a Louis Vuitton commercial that actually looks really good. I want to try that one really quick. Here I thought I was out of ideas. So I'm just going to use a fat nozzle, medium. That's alpha lock. I'm going to select this so that I don't spray onto the other ones. So we get sort of just a nice glow off to the side rather than having the whole sun. Do the medium dark. darkest dark. Alright, selected it. All right, sorry about that. Everyone had problems everywhere. Lighten that up. My darkest color.
That.
This has been a very challenging day. Oh man. I guess it's not gonna get much easier. What?
No.
I don't know how to help. What do you... Quit squealing. Quit. All right. Oh, all right. I actually like that one a lot, a lot. So if I do like foggy architecture in distance, just keep it very foggy and soft in the background. And then just a bright something in the sky over there. I could do, oh yeah. I really like this. Let's try. There we go. It's a good shape. And I can do the airship kind of small over here. I think I like this one. So this is just one of those situations where it goes to show that if you keep pushing a little bit further, you might find something unexpected and cool. So I think I'm gonna go with number 6. Actually, was not expecting that. For some reason, I get the impression of like a Luca-esque character, right? Or well, not Luca, but his friend. Yeah. I can't remember Luca's friend's character's name from the movie Luca. But yeah, Alberto. Yeah, I remembered. But I like that sort of carefree, let's go get it attitude, and then there's this cat being like, whoa buddy. I might have the cat like pawing at him or something. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting where my camera's at. Might have the cat like pawing at the character, or somehow trying to hold him back. But yeah, this is, I think, the one that I'm gonna settle with. That being said, I'm gonna copy this frame. Copy image. And I'm gonna paste it straight into this document so that I've got like that as a reference for this. Definitely gonna do more of a kid type pose. But yeah, I'm excited. Very excited. I like the color palette. It's a nice color palette. All right. So I'm actually pretty pleased with what I got done today, with all of the interruptions and stuff. So did some gesture drawing to start things off, just to get warmed up. Only got interrupted a couple of times during that. And after the gesture drawing, dug into all of the stuff about what the Fool tarot card is. And then did some frame slash thumbnail composition studies, and only got interrupted a lot during that, but it's okay. I'm really excited to pursue this project and see where I end up with it. So even though I really like this frame, what I might do is blow the foreground up a little bit more so that I can focus a little bit more on the characters. But overall, I'm very happy with this. Very, very happy with this. Good old Louis Vuitton, Our Committed Journey 2025 commercial. Heck yeah. So yeah, on that, my daughter is raising her hands in Google Meet. I think she means to like click raise hands. It's really cute. All right. But thank you all for joining in today. Did not have a whole lot of stuff going on in the chat. That's okay. That's okay. I still appreciate you hopping on and keeping me motivated to keep going. Of course you have no idea, sweetheart.
Wait, I don't know how to mark myself.
You left the...
I
She left the chat. Rejoin. Getting ready. All right. Well, I'm going to hop off here and help my kids get through the rest of their non-traditional instruction day. Join. She can unmute you, baby. Here. I think. Okay, here you go. You got it? Okay. Yeah, I'm leaving. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for keeping me motivated. I'll be back next week. So until then, keep drawing, painting, writing, singing, dancing your hearts out. And we'll talk soon-ish.